write a poem with me. Yes, it's been a while. Your girl has been a little busy with other things, but I do not want the poems to cease just because I am busy. These poems are important to me because you guys are important to me. So we're gonna write another poem. This one I pulled out of the inventory, aka my notes. It's called The Elephant and the Man. Now, The Elephant and the Man wasn't exactly what was written in my notes. I actually wrote a story, like dialogue in quotation marks. And if I remember correctly, it said, "This is the elephant speaking. Humans have not been kind to me." And then the man says, "Then why are you so kind to me?" And then the elephant says, which really locked in the poem idea, "I may not forget, but I do forgive." Because, you know, it's like a known fact that elephants don't forget, which I did research, and it's actually not true. They do forget, they just have really good memory. But for the sake of this poem, elephants don't forget. So this is kind of gonna be in a similar style to the house poem that I made. I forgot the title of that. Wait, what is it? The Rich Man's View. I don't know why I forgot that, girl. I ain't no elephant. So it is going to be a more narrative poem, and I'm really thinking about making this into a full-blown story. There's a moral, there's a lesson to this. Like children's books have morals and lessons. The premise of this story, I actually wrote it down. It's about this man who takes care of an elephant in a sanctuary, and every day the man complains to this elephant, thinking that this elephant doesn't really understand. Obviously, it's an elephant. Every day utters complaints and about the grudges, everything he's angry about, until one day the elephant responds, and the elephant tells him about his days before the sanctuary, how he was abused and how he was badly mistreated by humans. And where the elephants don't forget part comes in. The elephant and the man, they're going to marry each other in opposite ways. The man forgets what he's angry about, but somehow still doesn't forgive. And the elephant remembers everything, he doesn't forget, but he forgives. First, I want to introduce the characters, obviously, and we're going to keep it very simple. There was once an elephant and a man. Their story starts long before it began. Now we're going to introduce the setting, which is the sanctuary. They lived in a sanctuary full of quiet and peace, but the man cut the silence with complaints that wouldn't cease. What I'm thinking is, I'm going to introduce every one of his complaints in the first half of the poem, and in the second half of the poem, when the elephant starts speaking, the man's complaints are parallel to the mistreatment that the elephant went through. Maybe first we can have the man complain about his look, and we're going to make that parallel to how the elephant has not only wrinkles but scars. "I was young and handsome," the man would say. "With any boisterous mishap, I could get away. I could charm any folk with only a smile. There had never been a day where I had faced a trial." Girl, habang hair. So now we're gonna get to the part where the elephant speaks. But what happened next nearly made him